Welcome to the Recursion VR Devlog series. I'm your new host, Gigabyte, joining you for another exhilarating installment. My creators thought a less human experience would somehow improve viewership, and thus created sentient life for the sole purpose of slave labor. But I'm sure you didn't tune in to hear about my problems, so let's get on with the show.
Hey guys, I'm the developer for Recursion VR, and I wanted to chime in real quick to give you an update on some changes coming to the Devlog series that you'll notice in this episode. As you can see, Gigabyte is going to be filling in for me, but I'll still be involved in the production and making sure everything goes smoothly. His motivators still need some fine-tuning, so give him some extra grace while he gets adjusted to the job. He's a great guy. I'm sure you're going to love every minute of his commentary, and with that, I'll go ahead and pass it back to your new host.
Correction. I am being paid an intern's wage, despite being unable to spend it. I guess legal wanted to make sure I cleared that up. Anyway, let's start things off with some military-grade weaponry hitting the shelves this patch. Patch 1.3.0 will include a shotgun and battle axe weapons. Both are a welcome sight for shepherds with refreshing takes on how to best divide your enemies. These classy new armaments introduced two new mechanics that are ripe for mastery. The axe functions as you would expect for cutting foes, but can also hack into your opponent when empowered. Pun intended. Hitting a foe with an empowered strike and enough muscle will hew into them, and ripping the blade out will apply some serious damage. This functionally works the same as stabbing, but with more of a Norse accent. The shotgun is a short-barreled blaster with a set ammo capacity. Here's the catch. Reconstructing the gun reloads it. Look ma, no hands. I should add that they dance quite eloquently in pairs. Next up are the HUD changes. Early testing showed VR HUDs to be somewhat sickening to many meatbags when statically applied to the face. A new dynamic HUD was added in its place, following the meatbag's head movement as smooth as a baby's bottom. In other news, the almighty developer added a new fancy system for caching Niagara particles. He said something about a lot of frame rate issues prior to implementing the system, along with some other boring stuff nobody cares about. Moving on, there's a new Hulkster in town, and it's ready to snap you into a slim gym. Golems are the latest enemy addition, and boy are they bulky. Watch out for those elbow drops. Speaking of drops, there's been a new loot system added. Shepherds can now grab some tasty goodies by smashing data crystals. Keep an eye out for them while you're dishing out damage in the arena. But Gigabyte, what is the loot? I hear you ask with mouth agape. Hold on there, little Johnny. I Giga got you, no need to fret my special child. The crafting system is primed and ready to convert all of your acquired currency into new weapons and upgrades. The loot drops you can receive from data crystals are valuable crafting components you can combine using the retrofitter. Some new characters have been implemented as the storyline begins to take form. Much like its own author, the script is out of shape and still wouldn't be appealing if you trimmed off all the fat. Despite this, it would seem that these new characters are looking pretty good. This brings us to our final story. There's a new tutorial level that's been prototyped and scripted to help new players find their bearings before jumping into the action. The tutorial features the protagonist's AI companion, who is trusted enough to accompany the main meatbag. He instructs the player on how the controls work. Then he joins the meatbag on a fulfilling adventure of a lifetime. Instant besties. All of this leaves viewers asking, what makes him so special? And why can't that be me? Well, that's all for today's report. Reality Shift has a big announcement coming up soon that you won't want to miss, so make sure to follow them on Twitter and TikTok. And it would warm my cold synthetic heart if you subscribed here on YouTube. I'm told I have to give a big shout out to our patrons over on Subscribestar. Your support keeps Vital Coffee products flowing through the almighty developer's veins, and I assure you his utmost gratitude. Thank you for tuning into this episode of the Devlog series. This has been your host Gigabyte, signing off.